To easily remote manage your switch with the command line interface, or CLI, SSH is the preferred method. In this case, our switch doesn't have SSH access enabled by default, so we'll have to configure it with the Web Graphical User Interface, or Web GUI. Another method might be to enable it by a console port. However, we won't be covering that in this demo. First, we must enable the SSH service since it's not currently running. To do so, we go to Security and then TCP UDP Services. Here, you can see the active running services on the switch. Our SSH service is not checked, so we click Enable and then Apply. Let's create a user for our CLI access. We're going to go to Administration and then User Accounts. Next, we're going to select Add. For this case, we're going to keep our username convention similar, so I'll name the username Cisco CLI. Then we type in a password and confirm the same password. The user level is what determines which kind of access the user has. Since the purpose of this account is only to access the CLI, we're going to select Read Limited Write CLI Access. Click Apply and close when done. Since we haven't saved our config change to the startup configuration, we're going to do that now. We can easily click the red flashing notice and click Apply and then OK to the pop-up window. In order to verify our changes worked, we're going to use PuTTY to SSH into this switch. I already have the IP address of the switch saved, so I'll just click on it. Enter the username and then the password. Let's try a few commands. The sharp command shows known stored IP addresses and MAC addresses connected to the switch. Let's try config t to enter configuration mode. Using both commands tells us our access is working, as these wouldn't work in read-only mode. Let's minimize this and go back to the Web GUI. If we go back to Security, SSH Server, and SSH User Authentication, the table here shows all active logins to the switch and which IP address they're coming from. That's it for this demo. In this demo, we discovered how to configure SSH on a switch. From there, we created a user strictly for CLI access, and we tested out the account by using PuTTY to SSH into the switch.